is, Tuesday the 4th of February, so it's day 2 of the official development of Tango Fiesta. Look, there's a 0.02 version. Sorry, that's a bit out of focus. Yeah, everyone's done an amazing job today. We've spent, sorry, I'll turn this around and hope that I'm in view. Spent a lot of the day, it was a half and half day with Appy and Spilt Milk for me, whilst Gavin has been wrapping up some work on some other projects, and Andrew Roper has been beavering away like a madman. So we've got basic stats in for the characters, attributes. There's quite a lot of those, weapons as well, quite a lot of those. And I mean, I'll run the build in a moment, obviously, because that's the whole point of this. But yeah, he's done an amazing job so far, and it's coming together at a pace that I would say is sensible. So it's not rushing, but it's not slow either. Also, I've been spending quite a lot of time chatting to Ewan about plans for characters, animation, and environments. So we've kind of narrowed down the choices of what sort of classic 80s action movies we're going to represent in the first. So the Rezzed build and the early access build are probably going to be quite similar in terms of content, and then the full release, obviously. We are going to be doing, for Rezzed, I think we're doing, well, I hope we're doing references and homages to Predator. So that's like a jungle level. Very much based off of what we did at Rezzed last year at the Jam. We thought, it'd be silly not to come back with like a vastly improved version. We're going to do Commando as well. So that's like tropical islands, South American tropical islands, beaches, nice crystal blue water, and explosions. And then we've got The Running Man. So it's kind of an Arnie triumvirate, I suppose you'd call it. Probably the classic 3 Arnie movies from that era. And that's sort of, game show stuff, like bright neon lights and TV wiring and lighting and all this kind of stuff. And that's where Smash TV, funnily enough, got most of its ideas, is from Running Man. So yeah, it's been quite an exciting day, and we've also picked the characters, but I'll leave that for another time. The four characters, because it's going to be 4-player. So for the show, so we want to sort of make sure that they're cool characters that everyone recognises and wants to play as. And we're going to have a bit of fun with those. Anyway, you'll see. And then the biggest thing that happened today was that Mastertronic let us know that Steam have accepted our application to be on the service. Now, when we release, it might, in sort of hopefully September, October time, it might be that you can just get on Steam anyway as an indie. You don't need a publishing partner. That does not, for us, reduce the value of having one, though. Specifically, I think that Mastertronic are going to be doing a lot of work with us and for us that we don't have the time or the expertise to do. That's what a publisher does. You publishers aren't just evil by sort of being a publisher. They do PR and marketing, and they do user testing and QA and translations and handle all the admin and the store presence. And you know what? That's all full-time jobs for several people. So I'm quite happy that we don't have to worry about that stuff. And just broadly, I think that what's going to happen with Steam is it's going to go open for about a month. Every indie in the world is going to be so excited. They're going to flood the store with content, and basically like the App Store did on mobile, mobile stores did. I think what we're going to see is that it becomes even harder to get the exposure that you need. Even if you make a great game, getting that exposure, because just the volume of content is going to be pretty big. I don't think it will be quite as bad as the App Store, because it's not quite so simple to just, put up a load of crap on there and get it somehow, like wrangle it up to the top through sort of, being a current sort of meme or a joke kind of app or something like that. The audience on Steam are going to be the curators, I believe, and I think they'll help a lot of the noise just get filtered out even before it's begun. So that's nice. But I do think that there's going to be a romance period where everyone thinks they're going to get rich, and then there's going to be a period of crashing lows where there'll be loads of articles on Gama Sutra and Twitter arguments and all kinds of stuff about how it's ruined and blah, 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 and then it'll all settle down. And basically through all that, all it means is that the people who are able to get attention and exposure are going to win, and everyone else is going to win less. Let's put it that way. So I'm quite happy that we've got a partner who will have a portfolio of products. They'll have a relationship with Steam and all the right people. They'll know the best tips. You know, we're not going to be their first game out on Steam, I don't think. And we will have learnt a lot and benefit a lot from that, so that's great. Anyway, moving on to the build. Sorry, and the other nice thing about this is that it's day 2 and we've got access to all the SDK stuff from Steam that we need. So that's things like the networking stuff, the marketplace, the workshop, the leaderboards, the achievements, all of that stuff basically means that in this week of building the framework, we can kind of get a lot of that boring stuff out of the way, and we don't have to sort of put placeholder stuff in and then replace it down the line. We don't have to, you know, leave big gaps sort of unfilled. We can kind of prep as much as possible. So it's very exciting. Plus, every now and then in the team we see, oh, Andrew Roper's playing Tango Fiesta on a Steam pop-up, which is just absolutely brilliant to see. Yeah, it's very, very cool, very exciting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hold the camera and play the game. I'm going to get a Gorilla Clip. That's what I'm going to order before I go to bed. It's like 11:15 on a Tuesday night, but I'm going to. I'm still working. I'm just going to run it. I'm going to get a Gorilla Clip. Anyway, so I'm going to crank the volume. Okay, so. Get my mouse cursor out of the way. Look, we've got a little Rambo dude. Isn't he awesome? And he can shoot in 4 directions at the moment. That will be 8. He can also swap weapon to a shotgun, which is amazing. So we've got all that kind of stuff in there. And he can also run around, and he can shoot as well. But and the level scrolls, and it's pretty big. The camera's, you know, a little slow to catch up. But this is serious progress, people. Games developers out there will realise what this is. This is pretty significant. Just very, 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 very happy with the progress. It's fantastic. We're going to spend some time finessing it, and then we'll see how it goes. So anyway, yeah, I'll Alt F4 out of that because there's no quit yet, and. Yeah, so in there we've got Steam integration just at a basic level. I'm just reading the change list. There's input for input management for multi-platform, so that's hopefully Mac, PC, Linux. It's keyboard and mouse and controller, but it's all like in there. We're ready to sort of switch on and use using something called a C input, which I believe is something a lot of indies use. I hope I've got that right. I'm pretty sure we bought some software. Anyway, player movements integrated as you saw with basic controls. Got the 2 weapons at a base level, assault rifle and shotgun with the switching. You got the main menu and gameplay level, scrolling camera, big arena and bullets. So yeah, it's actually pretty amazing. That's change list 17. So there we go. That is it for today. Tomorrow there'll be another diary, but it'll be a bit of a weird one because I'll have spent most of the day at all day at Happy Nation and the day after that. So I'll be sort of on the fringes, like peeking over the internet fence and you know, seeing what the guys are up to. That's basically what we've spent a lot of today doing, is making sure that they've got they know what they're up to and they're happy with what they're up to on Wednesday and Thursday. So yes, it's looking good. Toodaloo for now. Bye bye.